Hey Sana, welcome to Vagina Therapy.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. So, I would like for you to introduce yourself so that our listeners can know who Sana is.
Well, who is Sanae? What should I start with? What is my age? I'm 33, soon to be 34. I was born and raised in Brussels, and one of my passions is singing.
Singing. Yes, we saw your performance earlier. How did you feel about that performance?
Very nervous. As you know, it's been a while since I've sung, and since I've recorded videos, so for me to get back on it, felt really good actually, but kind of nervous, yeah.
And why haven't you continued with your singing? You have such a beautiful voice.
Thank you. I don't know. I just kind of. I won't say that I got lost, but it's just that I needed to go back into myself and live a little, because I was like too much. I was singing, I was recording, pretty much every day, and that was pretty much my life. Like just posting things online and kind of living through social media, really. So that's kind of why I felt that I needed to stop, and yeah, that's pretty much the reason why.
So, you needed a cleanse from
I needed
social
a
media.
cleanse, definitely. Yeah.
But why all of a sudden? Because, well, you and I, we know each other for what, 4 years now?
Mm-hmm.
And ever since I met you, I always felt very drawn to you, like from the beginning. Like I never had like, oh, who the hell is this bitch? I never had that sense or feeling with you from the beginning, which is so weird because you know how I am.
I think we all know.
And what I like mostly about you is that you have a very calm, sweet girl like.
Oh, it's just a facade. Like
Really?
That's not who I really am, bitch. You know who I am.
No, but
No.
you always keep your cool, and I'm very fond of that. I'm very, what's the word? Like attracted to that. It's like, how the hell can this bitch keep her cool during work and on the outside?
I feel like you just kind of have to. I mean, you cannot just get angry at the smallest little thing you have in life. I mean, if it's not going to affect you, like personally, or affect your life, I mean, why be bothered? But it's kind of funny that you see me that way as a calm girl, because not everybody thinks that way.
Really?
Yeah, like I have some people who I have like a facial expressions, like I cannot really hide what I'm feeling. Like if I'm really pissed at you, it's like I won't say anything, I will keep it for myself, but my eyes will speak for me. So that's why I'm a bad liar. Mm-hmm.
That is crazy because I actually look up to you when it comes to that. Like, I really wish I had your temperament. Like, just calm and collected, and everything is fine. Because me, you know me, I'm a hothead. And I try, but I just can't. But because I know you do astrology,
Mm-hmm.
and up to now you haven't done my reading, which I'm pissed, but it's okay, you know?
Look, now it's on record.
Yes.
I will do yours. I promise.
This year?
This month.
Ooh. Pinky.
There we go. It's filmed.
You gotta touch the thumb.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ugh. I saw that in a Korean movie. Okay. Actually, you have to, and then,
Really?
yeah. But we're not gonna do that. But because you dabble a little bit in astrology.
Mm-hmm.
What got you into astrology?
Just me being impatient. Like I'm a control freak, and just a way to keep tabs on life. I wanted to know, like you had like one thing that you want to happen in your life, and that's how I got interested in astrology. Kind of gets you to understand the whys, and that's pretty much why I started, which is not a good reason, I should say. And the more I learn about astrology and the more I understand it, the more I realize you should not use it. Like, or you should use it less. You know what I mean?
Really?
yeah, I feel like we're not always meant to know everything about what's gonna happen, or that's not a way of living your life.
But
Like
is it spot on when you do
it
your astrology reading?
it can be, uh, not always. Like I know you're expecting your reading.
Yeah, because
Like I don't.
now I want
Yeah,
to know.
that's why I'm very cautious. Like uh, I'm not trying to do like other people's reading and stuff because it's very personal. People have expectations, and you might think you see something about someone and you might be wrong, so you don't want to give like false hope, or you
Mhm.
don't want to scare them.
So
So
is astrology kind of like tarot reading? Because it sounds so.
no, like I feel like astrology is more, um how would I say that? Tarot is mostly based on energies,
Okay.
and energies are always shifting. Like if you keep going that way, yes, that thing that I said might happen. But if you one day decide to change your habits, then it's not gonna happen. Your life path is gonna change. Whilst astrology is very fixed. It's more scientific, I would say. But you cannot see everything with astrology. I mean that's what I believe. To me, it's more a guideline,
Mm-hmm.
basically, and I like it to see like people's personalities and how people interact with each other. That's what I like about astrology.
Now I
Yeah.
definitely need you to do my
Shit.
reading.
I sold it too
Yeah,
much.
absolutely. But you see, I've always gotten my tarot reading,
Mm-hmm.
and that shit is always negative. But it makes sense because you say it depends on your energy.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why it's always a shitty one. But astrology, I mean, I've tried to understand it, but how you say it, it's so intriguing or enticing to actually get to know it. But did you read a book to learn about it? How did you learn about it? Like why astrology? Like, oh, okay, let me pick up this hobby. Was
Well,
it that
I
or?
don't know. I feel like I was always inclined to kind of the, I wouldn't say occult, like astrology is not really occult, but since I was a kid, and I think like the past couple of years it became very mainstream. But I had that interest way before it was mainstream. But I didn't really believe in astrology before because I like it was only, what you read in the magazine, like sun signs, and oh, if
Correct.
you're Leo, this thing is gonna happen to you. And the more you learn about it, the more that's bullshit. That's just like popular astrology. That's not accurate at all.
That's the one I'm always
Yeah, and that's why
into.
most people actually don't think it's crap, because they only read like pop astrology or mainstream astrology, but real astrology is way more complex. It's almost like I feel like mathematical. Like it's just like really complex,
Really?
so complex that to me it's just like there's so much to learn. Like I just know like this much basically. I'm just passionate about astrology, but I'm not an astrologer.
No, okay, I got it. But I mean, so far you sound like a professional. Like you've studied this shit for years.
No, I'm just like when you're passionate about something and you read about it. But that's pretty much it. Like I wouldn't be selling my services. Like no, it's too much of a responsibility.
One
I
eight
feel
hundred call Sanae. Absolutely.
$50 reading, which is actually cheap for if you want to go to a good reader. It starts 200 and up, like a really good. Yeah,
Okay, so I need mine for free.
of
Just
course.
FYI. Do you think that astrology and your singing defines you?
For a moment, I thought it did, but actually no. I think I'm way more than that. It's what I like to do. I'm passionate about it, but I don't define myself. And I think it removes a lot of the pressure, especially for the singer part. Like like I was a kid, of course, I dreamt of singing on the big stage and everything, but um, yeah, I think it defines me less and less, and that way I'm able to enjoy it more.
Hmm.
It's less pressure. Oh, I have to make it. Or I have to. No, it's just like if I want to sing, I sing, and it's just like my pleasure. And if people want to enjoy it, fine. If they don't, I don't care. I'm just doing it for me.
So you don't see yourself as a a singer on a huge stage and
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nowadays, not so much anymore. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I mean, I love it. It's not that, but the more I mean, I don't know. It's just I feel like there's too much pressure on it, like to make it. Actually, I would see myself like I would love like to be with people that work, like to be in a studio, to write, to record, to produce. That's just I
okay.
would love that. But the stage part, it's funny because I've always dreamed about it. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, we spoke about it at the beginning of our friendship. You
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I want to," and I was like, "Okay, I'll be your manager." But that never, we never did anything about it. And now to hear you say that, it's like I'm taken aback. I'm like, what? What made it change? You think, okay, apart from the pressure and whatever, do you think that are you an introvert or an extrovert? Because how you're talking, it makes you seem like an introvert.
Oh, I'm definitely an introvert. Like I don't. Do I like? Do you see me as an extrovert?
Yes.
Really?
You're very social, more social than me.
I'm
and you're,
social?
And of course.
Me?
You talk, you're very outspoken.
I could be more so. Like I know people that are more like on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say 5.
No.
I
would
could be in a
give-
room and not speak to anybody because just I don't want to. Like a really social person will go to like try to have a conversation with everybody. I don't know. That's
You do that. For your birthday you did that. I mean, yeah, you were the host.
yeah, because I knew everybody. But I mean, like put me in a room with like people that I don't know. I would just like I don't want to speak to no one.
Really?
That's how I feel. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if you remember this, but I was asking about maybe why guys are not into me or anything, and you're always saying you need to be more feminine.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get that whole feminine thing? Were you born with it, or did you, I don't know, do something different that made you more feminine?
It's just experiences because I was very masculine. And when I talk about being feminine, I'm not talking about like, yeah, sure, put makeup on, put a nice skirt or whatever. It's not about that. It's about your energy being more feminine, like being more laid back. And I feel like before I wasn't like that. I wasn't always like that. I was
Really?
hyper independent. I mean, I grew up with a single mother, so it's like I always had that image of like overworking girl and I can do it by myself. I don't need a man. And I had to kind of like shed that part of me because the more masculine you are, the more feminine men you're gonna attract.
That is true. So doing all of that makes you actually masculine as a woman? So being independent and all of that?
It's not so much being independent. It's being over independent, thinking like you don't need anybody to do anything.
I don't need anybody to do anything.
Yeah, but it's always nice if you could have like someone by your side who could help you with that, with life, with
Oh,
daily
absolutely.
things, with
But in the meantime, before you find that guy, like you have to handle your shit. So am I scaring guys off by handling my shit?
I think men are kind of intimidated by that. Yeah.
I'm screwed.
I mean, you can be like, sure, you're by yourself. You have to handle your life, your kids, your everything. It's not what I'm saying. What I mean is like when you're in contact with a man, just be a bit more.
But I think everybody thinks or knows, especially at work, how I am. I'm
Okay.
very direct, though.
That's not a problem.
I think it is.
Really?
I think so. I think they're scared.
Then they're not the right men for you. I mean, if they're scared of.
Then that means nobody is the right
No, it's not true. Well, first of all, you need to get out of work because house, that's not gonna, like, you need to do something outside of work.
Yes, and not go to a gay club, which is what
Yeah,
I
it's not gonna
finally
help you.
did. I was like, yes, I need to dance. And yeah, we end up at a gay club. I'm like, okay. Okay, so yeah. So for more feminine, you just have to let go I don't think it could be feminine.
It's even hard for you to say the word let go.
Exactly. It's really hard. I think I don't even know how I can say it. I think it's like a society kind of thing, and I'm really against what society says.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't want to be girly, like.
But it's not even about that. It's just being like, when somebody offers to help you, the first thing you're gonna do is what? Oh, I can do it myself.
No.
No, it's fine. We know you can do it by yourself, but isn't it fun if somebody does it for you?
I agree.
There you go.
But then I don't want to.
Yeah, but you don't act like that.
Really?
Let's put you on the spot now.
I think it's because I don't want to be disappointed.
But you will be. You will be. That's the no, you cannot live your life hoping you're never gonna be disappointed. And if you get like, sometimes your kids, your mom, your brother disappoints you.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
If it happens in those relationships, it's gonna happen in your love relationship. You just have to accept it.
So then I might as well just be single.
Well, there's disappointment and disappointment. You know what I mean? You have like daily life things, and then you have like the big disappointment. But you just have to accept that it might happen.
But does being feminine means that you have to do all the cooking and cleaning? Like, is that expected of a woman when she's feminine? Because some guys are like, oh, okay, no, I need that.
I don't think it's necessary, but if you like to cook, why wouldn't you cook?
No, but I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, sure, this isn't expected, like this is in the 50s, but...
Yeah, because I don't want to do that whole thing. I did the whole housewife, the cleaning, the cooking, the ironing. I don't want to do that. And I think because my failure, like my failed relationships, I did all of that. Now I don't want to do it.
Okay, what if you had the option tomorrow, you meet like a really rich man who says, honey, you can work if you want to, you don't have to. What would you choose? Stay at home and be a housewife?
Absolutely.
And do your nails and go have coffee with your girlfriends? Or go to work and wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning?
No. I'll build my own business and stay home.
But you can, it's amazing.
Yeah, but that's just a dream.
Look, the older I get, the more I realize we're not made to wake up at 4 a.m. Sorry, as women.
Absolutely.
That's just like, they'll build up that whole society on men. Like, we have different, like, needs, and we have different body, and we're hormonal. I was like,
absolutely.
We're not made for that, like, 9 to 5 or 6:30 to 12:30 kind of shit.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, that's just what I believe in.
So you believe that a woman should be more of a stay-at-home? Or taking care of...
No, I feel like she should be financially independent, though.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, it's just like that lifestyle. I mean, if you have your own business, if you can do something online, if you, I don't know, you're a makeup artist and you have your own shit, you know,
Mm-hmm.
You need to be financially independent, because that can be dangerous. To depend solely on a man. But yeah, I don't like that model, that 9 to 5 shit. Because at the end of the day, okay, you're going to go to work and you're going to get home, and what are you going to do? You're still going to work at home and take care of the kids and cook and whatever.
So you're always tired, no time to do your manicure, pedicure, and whatnot.
And when are you going to be... And you need to be feminine for your guy, and in the bedroom, and like, that's not possible.
And the shaving or the waxing or whatever, you guys do.
There you go.
See? This is why, I'm okay with being single because of those kind of things, I don't have to really go for the shaving and the stuff. I could go a week or 2 or a month without shaving. It's fine.
But it's good to have someone.
It is, absolutely. I agree. A fuck buddy would be great. That you never know, it could go into something serious, but then again, you have to be feminine to catch his eye. Do I walk like a man?
You don't. You really, like, you take care of yourself.
I try.
You do.
Okay, so you're not single.
I'm not single.
Sorry, guys.
Where is this heading to?
We're going to go into relationship. Your favorite topic. Did you make the first move?
I didn't.
I believe that now women have to make the first move for guys because they're so, I don't know if it's scared or intimidated or I don't know what it is, but I think that female have become more masculine in a way that they have to do or make the first move.
I completely disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe you were lucky.
Maybe that was just a situation that was completely different, but in my experience, like every time I made the first move, it kind of scared them. They were like, "Ooh, you know, like she wants a relationship." Like they were kind of avoidant. I think you just have to be. I mean, you have to make the first move in a sense, like just show that you're there and you're available. But after that, you just step back and you let them do the work. You're not gonna.
See, I never did that. I did that whole thing like, I let them come to me in the past.
You're welcome. That will be $50.
But no, but now it's like I think, I should just go up and make out with someone. It's like here.
No, you just have to show them, okay, I'm interested, I'm here, but then you let them do the work. They don't like that. You're not supposed to do the work for the man. But do you do that? I think like you're a bit too. You know who's talking right now? That's really avoidant. You think that having a fuck buddy because you don't want to get attached to
Absolutely.
someone. There you go.
I agree. Yeah, you're right. Because I've been through too much of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then here in Belgium, the guys are so different.
In what way?
I think they're boxed into the type of female that they want or that they like.
Really?
Yes. And I've told Ben this as well.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't think it's specific to Belgium though, you know?
Yeah, because if I was in the Caribbean, trust me, I would have had someone. I would have had someone either a committed relationship or a fuck buddy or both.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's Europeans because I've seen it a lot in younger people that the women have to go up and say, okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh wow.
Yes, maybe it's just this district, which I don't want to mention. Maybe I really do need to move.
We don't have that in Brussels. I don't know.
Really? Okay, so
No.
I'm moving to Brussels.
No,
now.
I think it's a generational problem.
Yeah,
it's
it
not-
could be that too.
It's not related to the country. Like, I feel like the older I get, people are less and less willing to commit to relationship.
It's just going down to shit.
It's like a fast food relationships, and you have access to everything with your phone now, so which is not helping. It's good in a way because you can meet more people, but at the end of the day, it's just.
I hate those apps, by the way. It doesn't even work for me. But going back to your relationship, do you think it has changed you as a person?
Oh, definitely.
In what way?
For the better. Like,
Really?
yeah, I feel like I'm more confident and more assertive and less afraid of taking risk.
Really?
Yeah.
The only difference I see is that you're more happy, you're more giddy.
Definitely. Yeah, that of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, but besides that, it's just you. Because for me, you were always confident,
Yeah, but that like in the relationship kind of.
relationship-wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not in life, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a freak in bed?
Well, we're gonna cut then. What do you think?
Well, what I've heard.
What
No,
I've
we're not-
Excuse me.
Okay, what are your last words for anyone listening and watching to Vagina Therapy concerning astrology, being always calm or having a calm demeanor, or for those that have the voice, which you do, to be a singer?
That's like no pressure. Oh man. I would just say do you and don't create a life based on what people are expecting from you. Whether you have several passions, things you want to do in life, just 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 have to not care. And I think the older I get, the less I care actually. Not that I don't care, but you know what I mean, like what other people have to say about
Their
me or my
opinions,
life, their
yeah.
opinions. I was always like afraid of what they might think or live my life accordingly to
To their expectations.
yeah. Just have to live for yourself because at the end of the day you only have one life.
That is true.
So
One last question. Well, actually, two.
uh-oh.
Who's your best friend?
Who's my best friend?
Yes.
You don't know her.
Bitch, you were supposed to say me. You see?
She would have killed me.
Okay, one last thing. What tip would you give me in order to keep my cool? Here's the book.
Well, you need a lifetime therapy, and what do you need to keep you cool? Just think, is it worth it? Is it worth it, me? Calm down. Like me having to take that negative energy with me, because if you get upset, it's not the person that's going to take the energy, it's you. You're going to get home and be pissed and be sad and be like, is it worth it?
But you see, I always think that, but it's like my mouth has a mind of its own. And I think because in the past I've had to keep quiet or take everyone's shit or accept everyone's bullshit towards me. I think that now that I've found my voice, I think that I just have to say it, what I feel. Because if I keep it bottled up, I'll be crying every day.
But you're not supposed to keep it bottled up. There's a way for you to put boundaries, but without, getting
Exploding?
upset. Yeah, exactly. And
Do
I feel
explode?
like
Still?
less than before.
Okay, well, it's going down. Okay.
And I feel like it makes people respect you more as well. Like, I feel like being calm is way more scary because you don't know what the person...
That is true. If you were to meet me now at work, how would you describe me? Or what kind of person would you think I am? Don't keep it back. Say it.
No, I wasn't thinking anything bad. I was just like, you're such a life at work that when you're not there, it's just like it's missing. No, it's true. Like, sometimes I go to work, it's like I look at the roster, is she working today? Oh shit, she's not working today. Because it's just like you're funny, but it's not just that. You're vibrant and you bring like positivity. So,
Really? Even with my craziness?
yeah, but the craziness is like, don't act stupid and Desiree won't be crazy. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Say that shit again so that they can hear this. Exactly. I'm allergic to stupid people.
Plus, most of the time you say it like in a funny way. So if you get offended,
I mean, that's their loss.
exactly. It's on them.
Exactly. Darling, thank you so much for this wonderful chit-chat that we had.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
You want to say anything else to our listeners?
Well, like and subscribe to Vagina Therapy. And thank you for everything, V.
Thank you.
It was real nice.
Bye, guys.